20s, but I die if I got to. Hey man, I'm already dead. Might forget my flesh. I done been crossed over. See the full court press. I'm a full court mess. If the
Welcome to SpearNation Radio show here at Land's Restaurant, Dunlap, Tennessee. I'm your host, Chandler Morrison, here with my co-host,
Jake Tibbs.
In the studio, we have the Lawson twins, Braden and Barrett. I think I figured out who is who, but we'll figure that out later. We have a recap of in sports along with the preview of what's to come this week. I also have the SpearNation football power rankings for Week 6. All of this coming up and more on this week's edition of SpearNation Radio. Say hi to people, Jake.
Good morning, Vietnam.
We're not in Vietnam, Jake.
Apologies.
Anyways, Jake, you want to give us the Land's Restaurant Weekend Sports Recap?
Alrighty. For our weekend sports recap, we got in girls soccer. It was a pretty good week, despite the fact we didn't have a win. On Tuesday, they traveled to Baylor High School, where they would play Signal Mountain. The Lady Indians were going to lose 5-0 after trailing only 1-0 after the first half. Brianna Stevens would have 10 saves. Thursday would be a mirror image as they visited Chattanooga Central. The 4-0 loss ended up being very good for the Indians, who could easily have lost by a lot more due to the fatigue from a Signal Mountain game. Stevens would have 15 saves on the night. Middle school football would play Ray Central Thursday as well. The only score we have on that one was 36-8 midway through the third quarter. If you have a score for that one, please let us know on Twitter or Facebook. It was a bad loss for the Braves, as they are now 33-3 on the season. High school football would lose to Marion County Friday night 35-7. The Indians were plagued with a lot of miscues and bad special teams plays. The Indians are now 2-3 on the season. They also have 2 district losses this season as well. And that's our weekend sports recap, brought to you by Land's Restaurant, Southern Country Cooking.
Recrap.
Apologies.
Recrap. That's a new term, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jake. Right now we have Ashley Meter at the mic. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good. Make sure you get a little bit closer to the mic. There you go. So you are explaining to them who you are.
I am the new president of the Rebound Club for the basketball team. We're just getting ready to ramp up our season of basketball here in November as we finish up football. And we just want to get everybody get their schedule. We've given that to the Spear, so you'll start seeing that coming up. And let you know our boys and girls are out there with their ads, hitting up the community. You guys sponsored us really well last year in our program, and they're out there doing it again. So if you see our kids out there and wanting to read your ads, we want to make you aware they'll be out there and coming into your business.
So what is the Rebound Club doing this year besides the ads, just kind of maybe throughout the season?
Well, we fund so many different things throughout the basketball team. Their shoes. We're also going to be doing the alumni game again, which is a lot of fun. We're going to try to get a hold of the barbecue. Trying to do that sometime this winter over Christmas break. We get our college kids back, give them a chance to get back on the court. They graduated. And then, see some of our old players come back and just play with us. And then as well as, we'll be at all your home games, running this concession stand and just being there for whatever you need.
Okay. So a pretty good season coming up for the Indians and the Rebound Club?
We do. We have a great season. We've got a jam-packed season coming. And they're looking really good. I've seen them at some practices, some open gyms. They're looking good, working really well together. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for coming on with us today. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. We look forward to seeing you guys at our basketball games.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. I want to thank you for coming on the air. And, we got what we got next today? We got the week ahead in sports. Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
So I'll go ahead and give us that if you don't mind there, Jake.
No sport plays until Thursday this week, but Thursday will be busy. Girls soccer plays Cumberland County at home. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. Volleyball will play at Notre Dame. JV starts at 5:30, varsity at 6. Middle school football will play their homecoming game versus Dayton City. Middle school. That game is set to kick off at 6 p.m. And Friday, high school football will take on Bloodstone County for the annual battle for the Stump. This year's edition will be played at Bloodstone. Both teams coming into that game winless in district and will try to find their first win. Not a lot is at stake this year, but you can throw everything out the window when these two squads match up. And this has been your Week Ahead in Sports, brought to you by Citizens Tri-County Bank. The only community bank you'll ever need.
Thank you, Jake. Now, we have the Lawson twins in here with us. If you wouldn't mind, Jake, let one of them have your seat real quick, and you can come over here with me. Yes, you can put the headphones on. And can you hear me really well?
Yeah.
All right. Just make sure you gotta get about, kind of this close to mic and everything. So, how y'all doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Fantastic.
All right. So tell the fans, tell the audience out here how we can tell you two guys apart.
I mean, I'm the better twin. But
Scarface.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braden's a scar. And I have a big freaking mole in the back of my head.
And I'm overall the better one, so.
He thinks.
Now, when I was in high school, I kind of tell y'all apart because I would see y'all individually during the day. But, like I would see one of you at lunch and I would see one of you in the gym or something like that. So I could tell you apart. But just seeing both y'all together, it's, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm wondering if I'm even seeing two people or one. You get the joke finally? There you go. So what sports do y'all play?
Basketball and baseball.
And we weave baskets, too, in our free time.
Yeah. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
You what?
Weave baskets.
Weave baskets.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
Okay. All right. So I've got a question. Just got a personal question. Y'all, in those two sports, y'all kind of push each other? Y'all kind of more individualized when it comes to sports?
We do. We
Yeah,
push each other.
we definitely push each other.
All right.
Everything's a competition.
Always, no matter where it's. I mean, whoever has a better free throw percentage or batting averages.
Or who can run out the door the fastest.
Yeah.
Y'all have a competition in the morning or something so you can get the door?
Everything is.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
All right. So, how many times has Coach Smith called y'all by the wrong name?
You can't count. There's too many
About
times.
14,000,007.
14 million,
If not
7,
more.
if not more. How does that feel? How does you feel when he does that?
Pretty much, he just calls one of our names, and then we both answer. So, it just, yeah.
He just say, Barrett, just both of y'all
Yeah,
just plug over
both
there.
of us.
All right. As far as basketball, what can we expect this year?
We should be pretty good.
I think we can be as good as we want to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We've been working real hard and playing as a team, so.
Now, who's going to be your starters or your key players this year?
Definitely Riley. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a given.
Game plan. Give it to Riley.
Noah Barrow, he's going to play a big role this year.
Ethan Owen shooting.
Yeah. He was definitely a pretty good shooter last
yeah,
year.
definitely.
No.
So, what kind of role y'all going to play in this offense? Or even on the defensive side of the ball?
Pretty much like shutting bigger guys down,
Playing defense.
playing defense mainly. Scoring sometimes when Riley's not open, which he should be open every time.
Yeah. I mean, y'all kind of, when you look at Noah and you look at Riley, they're kind of a little bit more, I guess, slender, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Y'all have a little bit more muscle
Yeah.
on you. So, I mean, y'all get in there and get those guys. So, how has the Tribe done, in your opinion, this year?
I think it's been awesome. I mean,
Freaking awesome.
everybody's been like participating in the chants and stuff. We get pretty much hopped up like over anything and everything.
That one touchdown we scored.
The one touchdown we scored Friday night, what did y'all do?
Oh, we went crazy.
We went crazy.
You better believe we
Yeah.
went crazy.
Now, did y'all go to the Jasper game last year?
Yeah, we did.
At Jasper?
Yeah,
Yeah, at
we
Jasper.
Yeah, we went.
What do you think was maybe, besides the score, like as far as the Tribe is concerned, what do you think has changed since then, or what's gotten better, what's gotten worse, what's going on?
We're a lot louder.
A lot louder this year. I know y'all don't have as many signs, am I right?
We don't have as many signs, but
Because I know like that was our signature thing last year, even with football, was having the signs up that were kind of, maybe a little bit, how would you say it, Tibbs? Controversial, I guess. He wouldn't know that word. I don't know why I asked him. But,
All right.
but I mean, so what's the favorite thing they've done this year? Or maybe even since y'all been a part of the Tribe?
I believe that's my favorite.
yeah, no doubt. I mean, when we're about to win, we do this "I believe" chant, and it's definitely my favorite chant.
Yeah, Brent Hurst will be proud. He's a soccer fan, so he will be proud of that.
Yeah.
Favorite sign you've seen over the past year?
Definitely the push it sign.
The push it sign?
Yeah,
Yes.
push.
No doubt.
Emphasize
Push.
it.
Emphasis on push it.
Yeah, it's not anything else.
Don't let them deceive
Yeah.
you.
Don't let them deceive.
All right. All right. Favorite moment playing Grundy County in any sport?
Oh, God.
Basketball last year.
Give us some explanation.
Grundy got this really big guy. He's about 5'10", about 250 of pure muscle, and he will just
Realm
shove.
ball. He plays football too.
Yeah, he will shove the crap out of you pretty much. And I was coming down the lane, and he shoved me, and I got out of the lane and came back and elbowed him right in the shoulder, and he got mad. And we about went at it, but nothing happened. But
Nothing happened. Just,
No,
you built up that entire story.
yeah. Oh, and then
Go ahead.
Signal Mountain. Or it was at home against Signal Mountain. I got a technical for pushing someone when they pushed me first, but
That's what he says, but he threw the ball at him. That's what really happened.
he shouldn't rip the ball out of my hands. But it happened.
Oh, Lord. All right. So, does being on the I guess the basketball court and having the tribe there, how much does that help y'all as basketball
Helps
players?
a lot.
Yeah, it gets you hype. It makes you stay focused and in the game. I mean, knowing that people are behind you, it helps.
You
out
laugh so
greatly.
much too from the things they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Grayson was probably the funniest person I've ever met when it came to the trial.
Oh yeah. So it wasn't really distracting for you. It's more to keep you focused.
Yeah,
Kinda.
definitely.
Okay. I just got a quick question. Do y'all have Twitter telepathy? Because literally every time I see something on Twitter, y'all will favorite or retweet within seconds of each other. Or is that just something y'all are like? We'll just scare the crap out of him here. Let's do it both together.
Really try not to plan it out, but if it happens, it happens.
You sure?
I promise.
All right. Better not be scaring me anymore. Because
Yeah.
I get it. I'm like, didn't he just retweet it? I'm like, oh wait, that was the other one. So I was like, all right. This will make Tibbs happy. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Why or why not?
I do believe in Bigfoot. He lives on Brockdale in Bledsoe County. I know from experience. I've seen him.
I'm not exactly sure if Bigfoot's real or not, but if I had a theory
Brockdale!
of where he would live, he would definitely live either in Grundy or Brockdale Mountain.
If you had to choose between those two, if you're Bigfoot, where do you live?
Grundy County.
Why?
Because every time I go to Bledsoe, my IQ drops like 4 million points.
But what about Grundy? That's
Yeah, that was the
but
question.
it drops 5 million. Yeah.
Yeah, you can like within minutes of the line, your IQ just goes down. tremendously.
all right. Oh, give me just a second. We talk about all these games that we play. How many games do y'all end up playing by the time the season's over? Like, I mean, because you have like I see on the schedule right now, you have Hall of Fame games,
Mhm.
you have tournaments, so that's easily 3 games.
Yeah,
Hall
For a
of Fame's
tournament.
kind of like
An
a
exhibition.
scrimmage, but it's not really.
It's more like an exhibition.
It's well, I mean, it's kind of a game, but it doesn't count towards your record, does it?
No,
So, all right. Of course, the tournaments do. You play in a Thanksgiving tournament. You play in 2 Christmas tournaments
Yeah, before and after. Yeah.
before and after, and then you. And how hard is that on you to maybe play those Christmas tournaments? Because you're out of school, and I mean, basketball is clearly something y'all enjoy.
Yeah.
But it does take you away. Maybe you only get maybe one. Let's see, you get maybe 3 or 4 days off.
I still like it a lot.
yeah.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I wouldn't trade it for anything, to be honest.
I just kind of wonder because some people they like their sport, but they're like, I don't want to do it 24/7.
Yeah.
What game are you looking forward to this year in particular?
Bledsoe always.
Signal Mountain,
Signal Mountain, really.
Signal Mountain, and Bledsoe. Of
Okay, I
course.
hate Signal Mountain with a burning passion. So
I mean, Bledsoe's always going to be a big game because anything can happen.
Favorite moment from the Bledsoe basketball game last year? Either one. Or do you not remember anything from that game?
I'm trying to reminisce real quick.
I remember they threw an alley in from the baseline to Nathaniel, and he dunked on Bradley Frazier. And I've never laughed that hard.
That was in the summer. That wasn't in the season.
I don't care. It was still funny.
Bledsoe, was it Bledsoe?
Yeah, it was Bledsoe in the summer. Favorite moment.
When Jake got some PT in the away game.
Yeah, Jake Tibbs got in the game at the away game in Bledsoe last
All out of
year.
my life.
Best thing to ever happen.
Means a lot.
He got in the what? What again?
He got some PT, some playing time.
Is that true, Jay? I thought you told me you didn't play at Indy last year.
I got to play on 2 separate occasions. About 2 minutes against Richard Hardy and about 48 seconds against Bledsoe. Just want to clarify.
He's got those times locked in his head. You
Oh,
see
yeah,
that?
he'll never forget those.
He'll never forget those moments. Oh, yeah. It's like my junior year. I played one varsity snap of football my entire junior year. I know I played one varsity snap. For my senior year, I got to play a lot more. Like I was in every game. If I wasn't in. There was 2 games I wasn't in because I was injured. But those are times you remember when you don't get to play a lot. Like someone who's a starter, maybe like, and I'm not just pulling out names like Riley. They've been starters since at least his sophomore year, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's used to getting playing time, and maybe some people, and I'm not saying he does or he doesn't, but some people don't value it as much when they have a lot of playing time until it's gone.
Yeah,
Like,
So-
you're talking about like when they get out.
Yeah.
They like miss it a lot.
Yeah. So how much playing time did y'all get last year?
about 7-8 minutes a game, which isn't that much.
Because I noticed he would
Sometimes teams play a little bit.
Yeah.
I noticed he would sub y'all in sometimes, but he would sub y'all in like a I guess. The only way I've seen this is like in the NBA where they'll sub in like in the second quarter or so. They'll try to sub you in and try to that way, But so did that work for you, or that just
I mean,
I
I
was
was fine with it too.
because y'all got in?
Yeah, I mean, as freshmen, you're not expecting to play a lot, but if it happens, it happens.
Yeah. There's a play. I was watching Tennessee Georgia game yesterday. Did y'all happen to see that?
Yeah.
There's a play right at the beginning of that game where the quarterback for Georgia had his helmet came off. Of course, the helmet comes off, they have to come off the field. And that one quarterback didn't think he was ever going to get to play. He had to go in the game for one play. Highlight his life, get to play against Tennessee. And he's sitting there. You got to think he's coming to the ball. All right, just don't fumble the ball.
Yeah.
Get the snap. Just get the snap. Hand it off to Gurley. It will be fine.
And then just run.
Just run. Yeah, run to the opposite end zone. Yeah. But
Dude, give me some napkins. I just spit this ball.
we're all spilling stuff. I was drinking some tea and something came out of my mouth and went right over at Jake.
I mean, Tibbs even spits milk out of his nose at lunch sometimes, so it happens to the best of us.
That was like 8 years ago, so
It still happens.
hop off it.
It was Jello. It was not milk. I'll repeat. It was Jello, not milk. 7th grade.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, there's one-legged guy skiing.
What? Are y'all seeing this?
Okay, in Lands, they're playing this TV show, and there's a one-legged person skiing.
They're all.
This is crazy.
That is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Have to admit.
Props to who that is.
Oh yeah. So look at this schedule, and I'll give it to both of y'all. Y'all can kind of look at it real quick. I mean, what are y'all's expectations? How many games do y'all expect to maybe win out of those? Or maybe even just what percentage of games?
At least over 500.
Yeah,
At least.
definitely. I mean, we didn't even touch 500 last year. Last year was kind of disappointing. I feel like we had the talent, but, I mean, it just didn't end the way that anybody wanted it to.
Yeah, definitely. You lose. Of course, Riley is your starter,
Yeah.
but you lost. I think there was 5 seniors last year.
Definitely.
Four of them started, I do believe, don't they?
Yeah.
And then what was it? Who else played besides those 4 starters? Was it?
Chad.
Yeah. There was another senior though that I'm thinking of. There were 5 seniors, 4 of them started.
Rice came off the
Yeah,
Bryson came up, but he got pretty significant playing time most of the time. So you're talking about how many minutes a game there with seniors?
The majority of the game.
So I mean, you're losing a lot of time. Is that gonna how bad is that gonna affect y'all this year?
I don't think it's gonna affect us. I mean, we're young, but we play hard and play tough and know how to play as a team. So,
and of course, y'all got some playing time also.
yeah.
So it's not like y'all come in there. Okay, what I do with the ball, coach?
Yeah.
But
Don't full court.
no, full court. Anyways, we talked about Bledsoe County earlier. Football this week, Bledsoe County. How pumped are you for that game?
Oh, I'm hot.
I'm definitely super hot. The Tribe is going to get buck nasty. Buck nasty, I repeat.
Buck nasty. Is that just a term you come up with, or
No, but it's a good term.
good term? Alrighty then, buck nasty.
You can keep that one in your vocabulary.
I'll keep that one in my vocabulary, definitely. We'll start off every show. Time to get buck nasty. Anyways, what does Sequatchie Bledsoe mean to y'all? I mean, y'all are sophomores. Y'all don't have maybe the full effect of it, but you grew up in Sequatchie County.
Yeah.
So what does this rivalry mean to you, whether it's football, whether it's basketball? What does it mean to you?
It's war and
It
everything.
is like pride for the Valley, I guess you'd say. It's definitely the biggest moment in, like, for us and everybody in the community.
Mhm.
Who wins, who loses. I mean, the stump, of course, for football.
Yeah. You think they should maybe do the stump or something similar to that for basketball?
I think we should have something, but I don't think they should copy football, but they should have something to
What
resemble.
would your trophy be if you had a trophy for the basketball rivalry?
The branch.
Not the
The
branch.
branch.
No.
The root.
Not the branch.
The root.
Yeah, definitely not the branch.
Not the roots. The battle for the root and the stump was at the Jamboree.
Yeah.
So
The Smitty stick.
Yeah, some sort of stick, like... The,
I don't
a
know.
spirit
Okay,
stick.
look, I love. I mean, I love the spirit stick kind of thing, but I think it's too overused.
What about a totem pole?
Yeah, like a small totem
But that's.
pole.
I mean, that's if you've seen the stump, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it
that's
does,
what it
but-
is.
So maybe the wooden ball or something, the wooden basketball or something like that.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
Yeah,
Wooden-
I mean...
You should do what you should do is you do a wooden basketball. Put Warrior on one side, Indian on the other side, like on two, like have the basketball segment. Put two segments of it, and then above it put the battle for the wooden basketball. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a good idea. I couldn't think of anything else, to be honest. But
I mean, of course, y'all play each other twice a year.
yeah,
So how does that maybe different from other sports where like football you play them once a year?
well, I mean, see, football, like, they play them once a year, so they have a whole year to think about last year's game and what they need to do different. Like, say if they lost, they can make corrections on what they did wrong. And in basketball, I mean, you play them twice a year, and you might play them in the district tournament, so you pretty much just have to, if you keep doing something
You can
good,
readjust faster.
yeah.
I mean, it's possible in basketball to play somebody 2 times in the season. Play them, like Signal, y'all end up playing them 3 times.
Yeah,
like
3
you play them in tournament.
Mhm.
I hate Signal.
If you would have beat Notre Dame, y'all probably would have played. Y'all would have played them again.
Yeah, we
I
would play
believe.
them again the next week.
So you'd play Signal Fountain 4 times. By the time you play a team 4 times, you know that team front and back. Am I
Pretty
right?
much,
I mean,
exactly.
there's no secrets.
No,
Like last year, they could not shoot. All they had 2 big posts.
size. They had a
Yeah,
ton of size.
Definitely.
So all they were trying to do, they wouldn't even shoot from outside. So basically what we did, we pinched down on the posts. And then if they shot it, they probably weren't going to make it. So we just get the rebound.
Now, I got a question for you. I saw this last year from some teams because y'all like to go, maybe not pace, but y'all like to go kind of a regular pace for basketball, or y'all agree with that, or y'all go a little bit up pace or slow?
This
or,
year, I think we're going to press a lot more.
Yeah, we will.
all right.
So,
But I mean, I saw a lot last year on some other teams. Like I saw CCS, they literally held the ball there
That was horrible. Like,
because
that's not
I mean
basketball.
that's not. I understand that's not basketball because maybe mad as a fan that they're sitting there and they're holding the ball. At least give them a chance to beat you if you're going to, don't just sit there with the ball because there's no shot clock in high school basketball.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. We should have at least like a 35-second, 45-second shot clock.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, even if
some states do, though, in high school.
yeah, it's kind of hard to maintain in high school basketball though, because like even in football, we have a game clock or excuse me, a play clock.
yeah,
But, like, if you notice, we're the only ones around. Squatchy County's the only one around to actually have it on the field.
Yeah, nobody else does.
Because it's usually done by the refs. And for the refs in basketball, they've got everything going in their head anyway.
Yeah.
For them to just add a shot clock to that, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, it is.
So, that maybe y'all need to go for that rule change, appeal to the TSSAA for a shot clock.
We can just sue.
Just sue.
That won't work, but yeah. We should definitely appeal.
Definitely appeal.
I say sue.
All right. So the overall record between the schools, Bledsoe County, Squatchy County in football is 2017. I don't have anything for basketball. That would take too long to figure out all the wins and losses. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been.
That's Sequatchie's favor. They're since 1959. Since 1959, Sequatchie County is 20-17 against Bledsoe. Of course, there's some years I don't have actual stats for, but that's all the stats I've got going forward. So that could be different, but that's what I've got from the TN High School database. What do you think of that? Did you expect that, or?
I expect it to be around that.
Around 500. Like, it should be even. You never know what's going to happen in a rivalry like Sequatchie Bledsoe.
It's a whole different environment from a normal game.
Yeah, so many more people are there. It's so much louder, especially in basketball. Sometimes you can't hear what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But,
there have been times when I've been to a basketball game and the tribe's just going at it, and, we can't hear anything else because the tribe is making all the noise.
Yeah.
Compared to every other pep club in the valley, in the Chattanooga area.
Oh, we're best in the world.
The best.
Yes.
We don't care about Saudi. We don't care about Signal. We don't care about anybody else. We're the best.
All right. There have been some talks that maybe there are some pep clubs out there in Chattanooga that are better.
They may not
Would
have...
you if we don't play them during the season, how can you really tell you're better?
Some aspects you can't, but...
That's a good question.
That was a good question.
I stumped you. Yeah, there we go.
We don't have as many students as some big schools like Saudi, and I don't even think we have as many as Signal does.
I think even as small as we are, y'all are definitely the loudest one. And of course, with football, it's hard to. Compared to football and basketball, to try. What are the difference between football and basketball?
I think we're as loud in both of them, but it sounds louder because you're in a gym.
Yeah, and it's enclosed area and all that.
And plus, we're at least 10, 15 yards away from the bench, and another 5 or 6 away from the actual field. When you're in the tribe,
you're right there.
You're right there. You're right there behind you. Literally, the tribe can reach up and pat you on the back if you're doing good. That's
definitely one of the pluses of having the tribe right behind you.
Tribe discrimination. Have you seen that in the past year?
That's why Richard Hardy's not playing us this year.
To be honest, they don't want to play us because our pep club was too, I guess, mean for them.
Or at least I've heard that's why.
Supposedly some terrible things were said, but the point is, we don't ever back down from anyone.
And I think that's a good thing. And I was with the tribe last year, and I got to do a lot of stuff with them. They were, when we talked to people, we were mean. You have to talk. I'm just going to say this. I'm all against hate and discrimination, but you have to have some kind of trash talk when you're talking about sports.
Any sport, I don't care.
You can't go too far with it.
You can't take it serious either. You gotta have fun with it.
You gotta have fun with it. So that's why we play Graham, we play Marion. They take it too serious.
They take it harder.
I believe they do. They take it harder than they should, and
just let it go in one ear, let it come out the other.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. Especially when
give it right back, and then when the game's over, you hug, you make up, and it's done.
Yeah, you don't say anything else.
Because I know we would go over, and we went to Marion County last year, and they would be on the buses and everything, and we were on the bus, like the pep bus was going back, and you had Marion County students that lined up in the parking lot and lined up the route the bus was going.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting there thinking, all right, come on now, be a little bit humane about it.
Yeah, have some dignity, I guess.
I think it's fun when you're in a game and the basketball team's playing just as hard as these two pep clubs are. When you had like Marion County and Squatchy County last year, but of course Marion County couldn't compare. They were smaller and they were not as loud. But
it's a really great thing to see. It truly is.
I'll give you my personal thing on this. What's so fun about this over here?
I don't know what I'm laughing at. I don't know.
He didn't know why he's laughing. Sure.
Truly is.
Yeah, he's laughing at Tibbs, of course.
It truly is. But I was, when you talk about the tribe, we didn't have the tribe 3 years ago.
No.
And I remember when I wasn't playing football, I played football my junior and senior year, and I didn't play my freshman and sophomore. When I would come to the games, and even when you're talking about, when I was playing my first year, there was no tribe. I mean, there was a pep club.
Yeah.
But it was the older kid, and they just stood there. They did nothing. They just pretty much just stood there and watched the game and talked to each other.
And sometimes they would scream.
I've heard during the 90s, though, they were pretty good.
The dog pound. The dog pound. Yeah, I heard the dog pound was really good. But before the tribe, since between the dog pound and the tribe, there's not really been a lot of, good pep club. I mean, I remember I would go sit on the fence at the far end zone by the middle school.
Yeah.
And that would be pretty much the pep club because we got more excited than the people did that were actually sitting up there where the pep club was designated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tribe's kind of started up, and it's came to be. I mean, it's been an amazing thing.
It really
just
has.
seeing it start up. I didn't get to see it in football as much because I was more focused on the game. But when I got to basketball, a lot of stuff going on, and it was just awesome to be a part of it. So
Definitely.
Now y'all, when y'all play a game, there's something different about basketball from most other sports in high school. Is that y'all play with the girls team?
Yeah.
So wherever they play, that you play, except for when it gets to the district tournament stuff like that.
Yeah. Different tournaments and stuff.
Yeah. So how does that? What's y'all's relationship with the girls basketball team as the team as a whole?
I mean, we just basically support each other. We wish them the best, and they wish us the best, and.
That's horrible, y'all. That's horrible.
Jake Tibbs is a terrible person.
He just slapped at someone that had a motorcycle wreck on TV.
Yeah.
Dude, that's horrible, Jake. That's horrible.
Jake, you're a bad person.
What were we even talking about?
Relationship with
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, y'all get along pretty well as far as the basketball teams and both teams get along pretty well.
Yeah.
So, and what do y'all do during y'all are part of the tribe for the girls game until y'all go in like the half?
The half is in the third quarter, mainly just the half though.
Okay. How do you think the girls team's going to do this year?
I think they'll be all right. I mean, they lost their best player, of course, but
I think they'll still be pretty good.
I think you're going to see like a tale of two. Not necessarily one's going to be bad, one's going to be good. They're both probably going to be pretty good. But as far as, you lost 5 seniors.
yeah.
But they lost 1. So there's a lot more, I guess.
Experience.
Yeah, they're definitely more experienced than we are.
Yeah. So, all right. Favorite Coach Smith quote.
Oh, no, here it goes.
Here it goes.
Drop it like a hot biscuit.
Drop it like a hot biscuit. That's how he says it.
Rice.
Or Robbie, you're a buckethead. He likes to use the term buckethead, and that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite Coach Smith quotes right there.
Got one?
Put that in your... No, Alex already used the 2 good ones. Last week or the week before.
I think it was a week 4, something like that. Come on, y'all gotta have more. Y'all spent a year and a half with the guy. You gotta have more quotes.
There really are a ton. I'm trying to think of something real quick.
By the way, how is practice with him? How does you get I don't know.
I mean,
motivated to play through practice?
Yeah,
or?
it should be. That's how it should be, and yeah, that is how it is. But it gets real intense sometimes. Like if somebody does something good, we'll go insane. I mean, pretty much like any other sport.
All right, that's great.
Even if it's like something really little.
Yeah.
What is Coach's opinion of the tribe? Or in your mind?
Likes it.
He likes it?
I think Coach Smith likes the tribe.
I mean, there have been some times where he has to,
He has to scream over him. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, if you're a coach, you got to think, well, that's a bad thing because I can't talk to my player. That's a good thing because neither can the other coach.
Yeah.
So, all right, the best Pep Club rivalry so far of last year.
Signal and basketball.
Signal and
Up there.
of course.
Is Signal anywhere near where the tribe was? Even with that one game we played at Signal.
They're pretty close.
They're pretty close. I mean,
They're still not there yet?
yeah, we're both ruthless, though, and that's all that matters.
I think that's a great thing because you're both ruthless, but at the end of the night, that's the funny thing about it is when we play Bledsoe, we play Grandin, we play Marion, we all still hate each other after the night. When we go up to Signal, they kind of like us when we leave.
Yeah.
Because they have like a little bit of respect for the pet club.
Yeah, somewhat.
And if I went to Bledsoe and there's somebody that's part of their pet club and I was part of the tribe, and I lost a tire or something like that, I'm not sure if they would give me, help me out.
No, they probably wouldn't.
But if you go to Signal, they might.
Yeah, they might.
There's a difference there. So, but yeah. So high school football this week. We have a notable score from this week: South Pittsburgh 49-27 over Grundy County. Whitwell lost to Middle Tennessee Christian 36-30, and that is a private school out of Murfreesboro.
Dang.
Whitwell, I bet they played great.
Yeah,
I mean, any private schools out of Middle Tennessee are going to be loaded with athletes.
Signal 27-7 over Bradley Central. Bledsoe 57-0 over Lookout Valley.
Bradley's they're always a powerhouse in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Chattanooga area.
So I wasn't surprised to see 27-7. I wasn't expecting to see a big one. I was expecting to see 28-7, 21-7, something like that. So comments on those scores. We'll start with the South Pittsburgh Grundy. South Pittsburgh blew out Grundy County 49-27. That's kind of weird when you think about in relation to Sequatchie County.
Definitely. I mean, I feel like we should have beat down Grundy County, and we definitely should have beat South Pittsburgh, which we did, but...
What about the Whitwell losing to Middle Tennessee Christian 36-30?
I bet for Whitwell that was a big accomplishment because I don't know much about Whitwell football, but I mean you're playing a bigger school out of Middle Tennessee, probably usually a powerhouse, going to have a bunch of athletes, and you play with them, you're going to be or should be satisfied.
Whitwell has stepped up this year though.
They definitely have.
Signal Mountain 27-7 over Bradley Central.
Like I said, Bradley's always really good in Cleveland
and the rest of the Chattanooga area, but Signal Mountain's a tough team in football. I mean, usually make it to the fall in the state playoffs.
That's one of Signal's closer games this year.
Yeah,
just 20 points. That says something.
Yeah.
Bledsoe. Start on Bledsoe.
Y'all talk about Bledsoe?
No.
Bledsoe 57-0 over Lookout Valley.
All right, this is how I see Lookout Valley. Lookout Valley is a smaller school than Whitwell and could probably get beat by Richard Hardy. And Richard Hardy doesn't have a football program.
Okay, in basketball, we call Richard Hardy the Tennessee School of the Blind. So, I mean...
No offense to anyone that is, but...
We still love you, but that's what you are.
Yeah, that's definitely...
I mean, Lookout Valley, you talk about Lookout Valley, they're 1-4 on the season.
Yeah.
They play in the same division. This is their district. South Pittsburgh, Marion County, Whitwell, Sale Creek, and then them. That's their district. So, not a lot of room for error, and you're going to get blown out a lot. But you're not going to get anything other than third in that district.
Yeah.
You got South Pittsburgh and Marion County at the top. No, but you think that Marion County South Pittsburgh a matchup is coming up to be maybe a good matchup coming up?
Yeah, it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a hard-fought game. Both teams are pretty impressive. Both have good quarterbacks. I mean,
and South Pittsburgh's won in the past few years, actually. So, maybe Marion County get a win. I think I have Marion County winning that one right now, but I've still got it closer than what most people would.
Yeah, it'll be a close game, but I think Marion's going to come out on top.
All right. And, they said after, I had a lot of people tell me, after South Pittsburgh, after Marion County got its new coach, they had a bunch of people come from South Pittsburgh to Marion County because, it's right there, so they can go back and forth.
Yeah, and it's in the same county, too.
Yeah.
So.
And, I thought about this a few weeks ago when we had Coach Chapman on the air. But recruiting in the area has gotten a little bit, it's a little bit harder to recruit for some of us over here in the Valley. But anyways, you talk about recruiting. You talk about Notre Dame, you talk about CCS, and then you also have to talk about Signal Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, Signal Mountain, and all those three schools in general, but Signal Mountain is classified as a Hamilton County school. I mean, so they can get players from all over the Chattanooga area pretty much that are in Hamilton County. And that helps them, like, that definitely contributes to the program.
I think the only thing that the only thing that limits them from having better players is that they can only do Hamilton County.
Yeah.
But like as a Notre Dame or CCS, they can go outside the county, even outside the state if they want to.
Can.
They can go anywhere. If someone wants to come from California and go over there, let them do it.
Yeah, which I don't know why you would.
You got California football. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a bigger issue. You think that happens? Signal Mountain, they can get anybody in that county. You think it's starting to be an issue with some of their other sports besides football?
Yeah, it is, because if they could recruit for basketball, it just seems like they always put their main focus on football.
Yeah, I mean they honestly have a really good baseball program too, and nice facilities and all that. But their main focus is football, and I mean, to be honest, if I went to that school and I didn't play football, I would be mad because that's all they really focus on.
Oh yeah, definitely. And by the way, I got a question for you. Have y'all considered playing high school football?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Give me your answer.
Maybe.
You ever think that would freak somebody out? You go up to the line, and one of you's like your number is a different apart. Like say you're 46, he's 47. You go up to the line, they look up, and they don't think anything about it because they see the 40 there, and they'll be like, and then you're two different people.
Yeah, I mean, that might be confusing, but more than likely, Barrett wouldn't play in the line, and I'm not. So,
what position would you play if you played football?
Left bench. That's what I'd
more
start.
than likely on the sideline.
They don't have a bench on the football.
I'm not really sure. Maybe like tight end or something.
Tight end.
Maybe
yeah,
wide
I mean,
receiver.
there's a lot of basketball players that they played basketball in high school. Like key example, Antonio Gates. He's tight end for the Chargers.
Yeah,
or he was.
Tony Gonzalez was too.
Yeah, Tony Gonzalez. They were both great basketball players.
They definitely were.
And they just, when it came between basketball and football, they picked football because that's the moneymaker in today's society.
It really is. I mean,
if you're playing tight end, you're getting more played. I mean, you think about it, you're getting more played tight end in the NFL than you would, being an average player in the NBA.
Yeah, you really are.
I mean, unless you're a superstar player like LeBron, KD, something like that, you're not going to get paid, all that much to play in the NBA.
You're really not, because on top of all that, they're getting endorsement deals and things like that.
But I guess with basketball, there is kind of that aspect of if you're a tight end in football, you're not going to get all the deals.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get all these endorsements. In basketball, it don't matter what position you are, you can still get these deals.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's how Tiger Woods got rich, was those endorsements.
Yeah.
Right, he was the first, by the way, quick fact, he was the first athlete to make $1 million purely from his sport without endorsements.
I mean, that's a great accomplishment for, especially a golfer. I mean,
yeah, but
Crappy husband, big golf.
not a very good.
I'm not gonna talk about him off the course.
Yeah, let's not.
But as far as athletics, yeah, he's first one to do that. And so we talked about basketball. Let's get on to baseball. How does that sound?
All right, let's go.
All right. By the way, Jim, are you checking your phone, make sure no one's calling, and Twitter and all that? Probably got like 5 missed calls, don't you?
I got a few texts and questions.
People start calling in, tweet at us. Let's go at the Spear Sports.
We are opening up the phone lines.
Yes, get with it.
Right now, we're gonna take a break here in just a few minutes, but we're opening up the phone lines right now, and you call us in, and then we'll get to you after the break. But anyway, talk about baseball. What's going on with baseball this year?
I think we have potential definitely to be better than last year. We had a pretty decent year last year. I mean, the year before, of course, we lost Dakota, who was our best player.
And I've been seeing his name spring up on ESPN quite a bit here lately.
Yeah, he's gonna be big.
Or at least back in the spring, I was.
Yeah,
because he's a very, very good baseball player and pitcher, and it's not just he was good for this area. He's a good pitcher in general.
When he was a senior, I think he was top 100 of the nation, player in the nation. I think Baseball America, listed him as number 91 or something.
I think he actually got drafted.
He did. He got drafted by the Texas Rangers.
Like the 36th round or something.
Yeah.
And that's big for some, even for 36 round. That's something big for
that's
around
huge,
here.
especially in Dunlap. I mean,
and you think maybe being in this rural area in sports in general, it kind of hurts us maybe to an extent.
I mean, we don't have as many students to pick from, I guess you'd say, but I mean, it's all about hard work and dedication.
I mean, if you go to Chattanooga, half the people probably don't even know where we are.
You can ask around the Chattanooga area.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that have been in Chattanooga their entire lives.
Yeah.
I go to UTC over across the mountain.
Yeah.
There are people I'm talking. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Chattanooga.
Where's that at?
And they're like, I'm like, oh, well, I'm from Sequatchie County. Where's that? I had someone from went to Notre Dame High School. Didn't know where Sequatchie County was. We played them on a consistent basis in every sport.
Yeah, I mean,
I worked a summer job in the summer. That's when you work a summer job,
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's summer. That's
I didn't know what that was, so thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. But I was working a summer job, and I had a guy. He was the quarterback last year for Notre Dame, and he was convinced that I had sacked him numerous times on the field when I didn't even play that game.
I wouldn't have disagreed with him, to be honest.
I didn't.
I've been like, you remember me for a reason.
I was like, you remember the reason. And every time he'd get mad at me, he'd be like, hey, remember the sacks? Remember the sacks? And he just kind of laughed. And I just let him go with it because
I would have too. I mean,
it's like you go up at the airport and it's like someone who's bought it goes to the airport. Oh, you're Garth Brooks. Why? Yes, I am.
Definitely Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I definitely am. It's pretty funny, but it's funny. It just boggles my mind that someone that we play regular basis would be like, where's Sequatchie County?
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Or they've never heard it before. It's not like Marion County where there's a bunch of Marion counties across the state. Dunlap is not the town name, or Sequatchie's not a county name that's associated with anything else but like around here.
Yeah.
So we're talking about baseball.
Yeah, let's get into
Let's get back into baseball. Who's going to be your key players this year?
We'll have a bunch of key players. I mean, everybody's going to contribute a little bit.
I guess before we start that, sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, it's fine.
But who did you lose last year?
A big factor on our team was definitely Aaron Grayson, and Logan Wales was our catcher.
Austin McGowan in the outfield.
Yeah, we definitely need it. Blake Cates even, up until he got hurt. He was definitely a key factor.
Can you please explain to the people how he got hurt? Here we go.
We
Here's
were
the
playing
story.
at Sell Creek, and Blake was on third, and Coach Simmons was about to pull him out because we were up big. I don't remember what the score was. Double digits, lead. And whoever was hitting slung their bat kind of down the third base line, and it was right in front of the plate. And there was somewhat a close play at home since the ball was hitting the infield, and Blake was safe. And he slid into a bat, and
Fibula.
he broke his fibula.
You don't even know what he broke.
Yeah.
Just tell the story. What did he break?
He broke his foot. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a pretty big factor, too.
He was big in the outfield for sure.
Now, he is still playing in Air Force.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Correct.
He may be... I didn't see him on the roster, but I think he...
It's okay, I didn't get anything wet. I'll clean it up.
Hey, it's fine. I don't care.
But, I know he was still on the... I didn't see him on the roster, but I think they maybe redshirted me or something like that, because, he's a linebacker, I believe.
I think he might be. I'm not sure. They might have moved him to defensive back, but I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
So sorry, y'all. I thought about
But,
talking to you guys and be like,
definitely.
"Pour your drink."
But definitely proud that he is, there's people out there that get the D1 players
Oh yeah, definitely.
from Sequatchie County. Like, you got him, you got Gaither Barker.
Yeah.
I mean, people say, oh, he's a long guy, blah, blah.
Who cares?
Who
You're
cares?
playing Division
You're
I
playing Division I football.
SEC.
That's what he wanted to do, and,
Yeah.
and he's playing SEC, regardless of how the Commodores are doing this
Exactly.
year. May you rest in peace the 2014 season.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much right now.
It's not that bad.
Jacob, a pretty proud Commodore fan, aren't you, Jake?
Yeah, Tibbs is a huge Vandy fan.
What did you think when you found out Gaither was going there?
I think that's a great thing. I mean, Clutch County guy going to play SEC football. That's awesome.
Which, I mean, it has happened before, but, I mean...
Yeah. And
it's big for anybody.
I believe it was actually Blake's dad, Tony.
Yeah.
Had played for Air Force and Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. So, and we're all, and you know, in multiple sports too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Back to baseball.
Back to baseball. We keep going on baseball. Is it that boring? We can't stay on baseball for 5 seconds. But yeah, I mean, y'all lost a pretty good part of your lineup.
Yeah, we lost a chunk of it.
So, how are you going to compensate for that this year?
Pretty much same with basketball. We're young. We should have a really good pitching rotation though. I mean, we have plenty of pitchers.
Are either y'all pitchers?
Yeah, we both pitch.
You both pitch. So that's another competition for y'all.
Yeah,
who can get the most strikeouts?
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, when we talk about baseball, you have to talk about that. You know, when you talk about pitches, how many pitches do y'all have in y'all's arsenal? Both y'all individually.
Right now, 2. Trying to get a curveball in there somewhere, but got 2.
Fastball
and changeup.
Fastball. Awful curveball. Awful changeup.
Pretty much the same thing.
So how fast y'all get going when y'all get a fastball?
25.
125.
125. There we go. On a bad day.
Yeah, on a bad day. A good day, probably about 500, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Squid hits 78. 1,000.
Yeah, so yeah. Shout out to Squidney. The Squid.
The Squid. He's active on Twitter with us.
Yeah.
So, Squid, if you're listening right now, you're welcome to call into the radio show at that number.
All young's at all 10 of y'all that are listening.
Shout out to y'all, for real.
Get on Twitter, get on Facebook, get on and call us. All 5 people that are listening right now.
That's a drop.
That is kind of a drop, but
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Hey, call in. I don't care who you are. Just call in. Ask our bros, Barrett and Brady. I got it right. Yes, I pointed out. They're like, look at me like I'm crazy.
Gold star.
Gold star for that.
Shout out to you, Alec Hudson. I want you to call in. 2nd week in a row. Come on.
Yeah, dude. Call in. But yeah, baseball, I think we can bounce back and be better than we were last year. It didn't really go in the way that we wanted it to.
But sorry, my computer distracted me. I got a question. Come over here, Braden. I got a meme for you that I made from.
Is it Coach Smith's meme?
No, it's not this time. Friday night, somewhere over here. I know it is. Where is that?
Where that though?
I think maybe behind that. Where did it go?
I saw it. I see it down there.
Where, right there?
That's it. That's the picture.
There we go. we got. This is the shout out to Noah Bartley
and Gary Higginbottom.
Noah the Boa and his. Shout out to them.
You just have to see this meme if you really want to know what it is.
It's because Bay is looking fine. I mean,
we'll send that. Well,
Dylan Sam's in the background.
Who, right there? That's not Wilson.
It's Dylan Sam.
Oh, I thought you said Wilson. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyways,
There I am.
turn on your Bluetooth. I'll send it to you via Bluetooth. Just turn on your Bluetooth and I should be able to find you. But when Bay looking too fine, that is the meme, and you got to see this. We'll post
this picture is hilarious. Y'all got to see
One a
this.
day for the week.
What?
They got to do it once every day.
All right, since y'all on the show, y'all got to use this meme once a day throughout the week.
That's a tough one.
That's a challenge, but you got to
I'm
do
gonna
it.
lose followers because they're gonna think me and Brady are the same person.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen.
But we'll go ahead and give you a shout out. Give us your Twitter names. Go follow these two on Twitter. Barrett and Braden Lawson. Your at name is
Barrett Lawson 34
at Lawson_Braden.
And again, those are
Barrett Lawson 34
and at Lawson_Braden.
So if you're listening right now, go follow them on Twitter. Definitely be worth your while.
Definitely. Just don't follow Barrett. Follow me.
The greater twin.
And
the ugly twin, Braden.
Well, if you can tell us apart, then you can debate that. But
so, anyways, we got any questions, Tips?
Yes, we do actually.
From who?
My mother.
Your mother? Shout out to Jake's mom.
Ms. Melissa Tibbs.
Thank you for giving us the question.
How tall are they now?
How tall are y'all now?
Roughly about 6'1", 6'1 and a half.
About the exact same size.
Yeah, we're both about the same.
So y'all not really like grown differently. Y'all are just kind of exact same size.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be taller, and like now we're the same.
You know, I had two little brothers, White and Spencer. I don't know if y'all have seen them or not.
No.
But the younger one of those two, Spencer, was taller than White, and we refused to tell White that for 2 or 3 years because we knew he would get mad and just go punch Spencer or something because he's supposed to be older, he's supposed to be taller, but he's not. But got any more questions, Jake?
Read that one.
Which one? The
one that begins with
Uncle
there.
Keith one?
Yeah.
Their Uncle Keith, the standout player at SCHS, has he given y'all any advice?
Some pointers. I mean...
2 pointers, 3 pointers, what?
I mean... listen, when he played, there weren't 3 pointers, but, I mean... I guess you can consider him like a Sequatchie County legend.
That's fine.
I think he held the scoring record before Daniel broke it in 2009.
So did y'all follow high school basketball before y'all were in high school?
Yeah, definitely. Like that sub-state tournament run.
I remember that. I got to experience that firsthand. We didn't really have at that point we didn't have that much of a. I don't even think you'd call it a pep club. Maybe just a gathering of students.
Yeah, maybe.
But we would sit over there, we would watch the games, and that game, that was just, and it was the funny thing was that those players were motivated to play, even though we didn't really have a pep club.
Oh yeah, they wanted to make it to the state, and I think they should have. But.
I had a class with him, and I asked him about that, and he said, "Well, you're that close to it. Sometimes it's just luck.
It really is.
And sometimes it's." Who wanted to win it bad enough that time? Both the teams wanted to win it, so it comes down to luck right there. So, anyways, that was a pretty good run.
It was definitely a good run. I mean, I think that was the best record any team has had in Sequatchie County history for basketball. So
29-4.
It was a good year.
Yeah, you didn't know that off the top of your head, did you?
I knew it was 29.
Okay, all right. Because they lost, I believe they lost 2 games at the beginning of the year.
And then Howard.
And they lost in a tournament.
They lost. They lost to. Their only losses were to McCauley.
Yeah,
McCauley was a Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
but it still counted to their overall.
But they played McCauley pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
Something of note. They made it out of Howard alive.
What?
They made it out of Howard alive.
We're not saying that on air, Tip. Sorry.
We're not saying that on TV. We're not saying that on TV.
All right, Coach.
Oh my god! Favorite Coach Smith moment. I told you a quote. Favorite Coach Smith moment.
There's plenty of them.
You gotta give me an answer sometime here.
I know.
You got a favorite Coach Smith moment? Anybody? Come on now.
I'll have to say one, but this may not be my favorite, but it was a funny one. Last year, I don't remember who we were playing, but I remember in the Tribe, I think it was Trevor Johnson was holding a sign that said Stone Cold Jason Smith.
It says Steve Austin, not Jason.
Yeah, my bad. But
they called him Stone Cold because he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin the rest of it. And that was hilarious. And every time we just look at it and laugh, and then Coach Me would turn around and Trevor would hide the sign, and he had no idea what we were talking about. It was.
To know him pretty well before baseball season even starts. Yeah. Does he do any other sports, or does he just do baseball, basketball?
I think he keeps stats for football. I'm not sure. That's what he said.
Maybe we need to get him to keep stats for football because we can't take him up in the booth. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, it's hard enough for Coach Hatch to walk down the field because he has that pimp lip going on. So.
Have you never seen that on TV? They're actually pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Lumber sports or whatever.
Timber sports.
Yeah. Timber sports.
Do you think we should have timber sports at Squatch
We
High School?
should.
Would you compete?
Probably not.
But you would. Would you watch it because you enjoy it, or would you
People
watch?
would think we were way more redneck.
Which, I mean, we are redneck, but we're not like.
If we played Grundy County in timber sports, who would win?
We would win just because we're that much better.
That's a hard.
That someone might cut a foot off.
A little bit of both.
Oh man, nice. Anything sports related going on at school this week that I don't know about?
Let's go game Friday.
But it's okay. I mean, I know about
yeah,
that.
he knows about that. But.
Only important thing.
Anything going on because of the Bledsoe game this week?
Nothing that I know of.
Come on,
I think we're gonna brawl them.
It's going to be
gonna
heated.
brawl.
Let's just say it's going to be heated on Friday night. We'll just say that between both schools, both teams.
I have some connections down at Bledsoe County, so it'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it will.
Have some friends I have some friends that I call them friends down in Bledsoe County.
Quote-unquote friends.
Quote unquote friends until the rivalry.
Yeah, they're not
You
going to
know-
be your friends on Friday.
Well, I mean, for football, I just have to say it's kind of a little bit less hostile, maybe,
Yeah.
after the game. Because, I know people, and like Brent is my commentator on Friday nights.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of people down there. He actually goes, church. He lives like close to the border down there. But, we know a lot of people down there, and it's not. There's nothing hostile about it. It's just that we do, for 48 minutes during the football game, we can't get along.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
pretty much it. I think that's a great thing. And those pep clubs will definitely get into it, even though we may not be able to hear what they're saying across the field.
Yeah, and if Bledsoe even has one, because they didn't have one last year. Shots fired.
Shots fired. That challenge to Bledsoe County.
That definitely was.
Spirit.
What would Warriors call their pep club? Because Indians, we got Tribe. What would Warriors call it?
They're supposedly Warrior Nation, which they didn't have one last year. So we'll see. We'll see.
And we were the first pep club to have a Twitter page.
And
just so you know.
people-
Just so you know, yeah, at the Tribe SC.
Tribe.
Shout out to the Tribe.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's a great thing, the Tribe and this and that.
Yeah,
I love it. I honestly do.
I do too. I mean,
It gets students excited about stuff. Like used to, we'd go to pep rallies when I was a junior, sophomore, freshman. We wouldn't get into it that much, except for my freshman year. Whenever Ralph Hell left my freshman year, the pep club and the pep rallies went downhill. I mean, we went from my freshman year, him coming in on a chariot with two other guys carrying him.
What do you really?
Yes, I'm going to give you every Friday him
He's
come
a
in on a
legend.
chariot, and then
he's a legend.
he is a legend. I love him, and that's a shout out to Ralph Hale, by the
Somebody
way.
told me that he would write in his school books the Ralph Hale.
Yeah,
That's what I call him.
He's a legend.
Ralph
he is
Hale.
awesome. He is awesome.
Ralph Hale.
And you had Ralph Hale, you had Fat Mac. They would come in and they would carry, and he would be in a chariot. They would pull him in, and after that pep rally, everything just kind of went. No, the best thing was we had Dakota Thacker, and he was in a wrestling suit, which was definitely showing everything. And we had I think it was Frankie, the shorter kid.
Yeah.
He came in there when we played Notre Dame as a leprechaun. He had and they fought each other in front of everybody. And
I bet that was a legendary moment.
I've got it on video somewhere on YouTube. I'll try to find that video and post it. But yeah, that was a great time. And until I mean, the pep clubs the pep rallies may have gone downhill, but the pep club has definitely stepped up. Y'all feel that way?
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right, it's Sunday. So college football was yesterday.
Yep.
What do we got? What's your favorite college football moment this week? What shocked you? What didn't? What was something that was good about college football?
The Tennessee game, they played pretty good.
They played tough. I mean, they didn't back down to number 12 Georgia. But
Yeah.
Georgia obviously has Todd Gurley, who's
That really says something when an unranked team goes up against the number 12 and only gets beat by 3. And Tennessee is predominantly young, so that says something about the next year, 2, 3
Yeah.
years maybe. It's showing.
They're obviously coming up, like Jake said.
yeah, as people have been quoting, a storm is coming.
To quote Butch, brick by brick.
Why, heck yeah.
Just don't run out of bricks.
Yeah, don't. That'd be bad.
But that's Tennessee. Everybody loves Tennessee.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some Georgia fans around here.
Can't stand them. But
Can't
yeah.
stand them. There's some Alabama fans
Tucker
around here.
Hall.
Tucker Hall.
Yeah,
Tucker
shout out
Hall.
to Tucker Hall.
There's rumors he's coming up for football. I don't know, but I just heard about it. Continue.
Yeah, y'all better watch out.
How good is he going to be? How good is he going to be on the field?
If he plays, he's going to rock some heads.
Good. By the way, what you think about the game Friday night against Marion County?
It was hard to watch. I mean, I feel like we could have played a whole lot better. We contained Blake Green in the first half. I think contained him really well.
After that, he pretty much ran all over us.
Yeah. I mean, he's a really good player.
I mean, when we play to our full potential, that's when we'll be.
I feel like our the team when we play like the best that we can.
And
We're hard
here
to stop.
I found the video of the pep rally wrestling.
No,
Yes, I did. I filmed this a long time
I've gotta
ago.
see
Audio reaction.
Yeah, we'll get the audio. I'll post this later on tonight, and of course the Spear Nation polls should be up right now. Let me check. I think I put them for 4:00. Still not on there yet, but they should be coming up here at the radio show. I was going to pull those up. We can talk about that for a second. Spear Nation Power Rankings. You never heard of it?
No.
All right, y'all gotta go on spearsports.com and look up this stuff. You can actually go on spearsports.com right now, and should be. It's not up yet. It should be here in a little bit. And let's see. Why are you breathing into the mic? And they're up now. You can go to theSpearSports.com and look them up. You look on your phone. If you'd like to, it'll probably be easier for you. What do you think of the tribe picture?
It's pretty legit. It's awesome.
Some mean mugs right there.
Obviously.
Tim, just pull it up on your phone. SpearSports.com. It'll pull up. But here we go. I'll go from the bottom to the top. Just missed this week. Boyd Buchanan, Lookout Valley. Boyd Buchanan 0-5. Lookout Valley 1-4. Votes are counted as top 10 votes. So if a team gets one vote in the top 10 as the number 10 team or above, they get a vote. If the team has fewer votes in the top 10, it's less likely they'll appear in the rankings that I'm going to fix to mention. Number 10, Grundy County. They're number 10 in the rankings. We go 1 through 10 on this. Week 5 result, lost 49-27 to South Pittsburgh. Next up, they play at Chattanooga Christian next week. And speaking of Chattanooga Christian, they're number 9 on our list. Chattanooga Christian 3-2 this season, 1-1 in district. Week 5 result, a loss 21-14 versus White County. They play Grundy next week as well. Whipple at number 8 in the rankings, above Chattanooga Christian and Grundy County. Week 5 result, lost 36-32 versus Middle Tennessee Christian Murfreesboro. Up next, Lookout Valley. South Pittsburgh, number 7 on this list, and I did move last week. I moved Whitwell above South Pittsburgh, even though they lost, because South Pittsburgh should have never been in the game with Whitwell. Y'all agree with me?
Yep.
Yes.
See,
Way to show up there late, Tips.
we.
And they're 3-3 on the season, 1-0 in district. They won 49-27 versus Grundy County. They have a bye week this week. Sequatchie County ranked number 6 on the rankings. 2-3 on the season, 0-2 in district. Lost 35-7 versus Marion County. Up next at Bledsoe County, the battle for the stump. And talk about Bledsoe County, they're ranked number 5 in the rankings. They're 3-3 and 0-2 in district. Week 5 result, won 57-0 versus the Lookout Valley. Next up, Sequatchie County at home. Stone Memorial, number 4 on the list, and they're 3-3, 1-1 in district. Last week 5 result, lost 24-21 versus Coffee County Central. They play at Warren County this week. Marion County 5-1 on the season, 2-0. They're number 3 on our countdown here. Week 5 result, won 35-7 versus Sequatchie County. Next up, at Sale Creek in Finley Stadium. And the reason they're doing that is because Sale Creek does play their games in Finley Stadium until they can get a football field up and going, I believe. So y'all are looking at it like, is that really that big of a matchup? You know.
I just got a question from
Hunter
Hunter Roberts.
I saw it
says,
too.
Fruit of the Loom or Haynes?
Haynes.
They just told a lie. Fruit of the Loom all the way. Let's go.
I have to answer that question. I got to go with Haynes.
Hey, first off, thanks for listening, Hunter.
Thank for listening. We appreciate you listening.
You the real MVP.
Fix your Abby. It looks
You-
nothing like you.
It looks nothing like you. But still love you, Hunter.
Fiddly do.
Do. All right. Anyways.
I want to touch on this. I'm sure we'll later on. Notre Dame versus Signal Mountain. Big game.
That is a big game.
We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. He's getting ready to talk about it. He's like, no. All right, let me get through these rankings. We'll talk about that. And, of course, Notre Dame, I swapped them back again. Last week, the week before last, it was like this. Swapped Notre Dame up to the top. Now swapped them back down because they've had a bye week and didn't play anybody this past week. But they play Signal Mountain at home this coming week. They're 4-1, 2-0 in district. Signal Mountain is number 1 in our rankings. They're 6-0, 2-0 in district. Week 5 result, won 27-7 versus Bradley Central. Next up at Notre Dame. Well, let's talk about that matchup. Let's go. What do you got?
I'd say, first off, I got this. This is going to decide who finishes number 1 for sure.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
I kind of want to lean it in Signal's favor, but I wouldn't be just shocked if Notre Dame did pull it off, even if it was just a little bit, maybe 3 points, 7 points. It's going to be a good game regardless.
I think that'll be a really good game, but I think Notre Dame's going to come out on top.
All right, so we got Signal and Notre Dame, right?
Yep.
1-1. What you got?
I got Signal.
All right.
Just because.
Okay.
Which makes no sense, but.
All right, so we're not split down the middle, but I still got to answer here. If I was going to go with anybody, and I'll base it purely off of this, I'm going to go with Notre Dame. Reason being is because Notre Dame is more sound on offense and defense than Signal Mountain is. Signal Mountain's sound on offense. That's that's given. When you score 70 points on Grundy County, you know, that's your offense.
Are you saying like Signal Mountain's like 60 offense, 40 defense, and Notre Dame's like 50-50?
I would say that, but you know, Notre Dame definitely has as good as offense as I would say it's kind of like 60-50. They've got that awesome offense that Signal Mountain does. That defense is definitely better.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it that. So I got Notre Dame. So we're split down the middle on this. And how are we gonna decide this? How are we gonna decide who wins?
Whoever has more points, that's above you.
Good job, Jake.
Way to go! I'm talking about who were for our predictions here, Jake.
Well, I'd say our prediction sort of us being split down the middle is a good representation of what will happen. We aren't sure. It's going to be close, I think, and it's going to be a great game.
The fans want a prediction, Jake. The fans. Think about the fans.
Well, seeing as you're editor-in-chief, I say it's up to you.
Ooh. All right. Got an idea. Y'all two chose differently, right?
Yeah.
Best 2 out of 3, rock, paper, scissors. And that's going to decide. You pick Signal, you pick Notre Dame. All right, hold on a second. I have to officiate this. Here we go.
Okay.
On shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Signal won the first one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
He cheated. He cheated on that one.
He cheated on that. All right, we got one more. This is for all the marbles. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, it looks like we got Notre Dame as our prediction for SpearNation this week in that game. If you go down the middle, we could go into 2 or 3 overtimes with this one.
I think it'll be good, though.
It'll be a good game. If I wasn't broadcasting the Sequatchie Bledsoe game, which is probably going to be a pretty good game too.
Yeah.
Pretty evenly matched. I would probably be going to the Signal Mountain Notre Dame game. But then you got CCS and Grundy. That's not really, you got 2 rival matchups, kind of Notre Dame, Signal.
Yeah.
So then you have CCS and Grundy. Like you got the rednecks versus the what would you call? I mean, they're the Christians, but like
More money.
The more moneyers. I don't know.
Sophisticated.
More sophisticated.
Have all their teeth.
They can tie their shoes.
Any more questions on Twitter? Any call-ins, Jake?
Oh, I'm going to check. Got a subtweet from Hunter Roberts saying the Sequatchie Bledsoe game is the game you can never miss.
You can never miss it, yeah.
But you got guys who don't show up to a football game all year. They show up to that one.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of people show up to Homecoming and Bledsoe. That's the only 2 games they'll show up if they show up at all. So we're going to take a quick break right now. We'll be right back. Here's Lecrae Go Hard featuring KB.
Lord, kill me if I don't preach the gospel. Still in my 20s, but I die if I got him. Man, I'm already dead. Ain't forget my flesh. I done been crossed over. See the full court press. I'm a full court mess if the Lord don't use me. Running from my trials, thinking everything's groovy. If the cross don't move me, then I don't wanna be no more. If I ain't seeing Christ, partner, I don't wanna see no more. Rep him every day without worrying about a bruise. And I've been to China, man, I've seen some real persecution. If you didn't know Christ, would your life look the same? And they tell you value Jesus by the way you rep his name, man. What's the point of living if I'm living for myself? Lord, empty out my life before I put you on the shelf. So for God I go hard, I don't wanna die tonight. But it's too many people living who ain't heard about the Christ. Go home, 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 go home. Lord, use me, 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 go home, 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 go home. Lord, use me, 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 Lord, use me. Went to Asia, had to duck and hide. For shit sharing my faith. They tell me water it down when I get back to the States. They say tone the music down, you might sell a lot of records, but there's people out here dying and none of them heard the message. Took my wifey on a mission trip, hit Central America. Shared her testimony, 40 people stood and stared at her. When she said Jesus, should have seen it was insane. Cause 40 out of 40 never heard of Jesus' name. Oh man, we ain't focused on the war, we just kicking it. Worry about our image and our space up on the internet. Take me at the game, coach, I don't wanna play no more. If I can't give it all I got and leave it out there on the court. Thank you for the grace, for the will and the desire. Got me living for your glory instead of living to retire. But I pray I never tire of going off for Messiah. I don't need no motivation, you the reason I'm inspired. Go, 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 go. Lord, use me, 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 Lord.
We're back here at SpearNation Radio. How we doing, guys?
Bang, bang.
We're good.
Good. I take a little break there. Talk about college football. We didn't get to touch on everything on that. We talk about Tennessee, Georgia. Some other key games this week that y'all saw.
I watched a bit of Vanderbilt, Kentucky.
That
What?
wasn't much of a key game, but
I mean,
I thought it was kind of weird. They said that, the Tennessee Georgia game was the Dr. Pepper drive to the national championship game, and I was like, well, I mean, you think about it, Tennessee's not the one that everybody beats up on now.
yeah.
So I mean, you think they got a legitimate shot in the SEC East?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee, they have the talent. They're young though. After this year, they'll have more experience. That'll help them out a lot.
They have Florida next week. How are they going to do?
We're
Let's
gonna
win.
we're gonna beat Florida.
I believe that's at home, right?
It is at home, and they're gonna checkerboard the stadium.
I saw that going around. That's going to be pretty awesome. I'm not going to be at the game, but that would be pretty awesome to
That's
see.
gonna be cool.
But wouldn't you like to see something like that at Squatch County?
That would be insane, and that
Checkerboard, purple, gold.
Checkerboard,
would be
purple,
really
gold
I want to pull off like an awesome silent night game. I think that'd be awesome.
for football.
yeah,
Or basketball.
or both. I mean,
Well, that started off from something I saw, and they just went crazy after so many points. But every time we did it, I think y'all didn't get as motivated to play or something like that. And y'all, I know we did at the American game and Sigma Mountain game, and y'all got behind early. Of course, y'all did great whenever we stopped doing that, but y'all just got behind at the beginning. It was kind of back and forth game on any of those. And
yeah.
just kind of got behind there. But Silent Night. How did y'all like the Silent Night, by the way?
I really like that. It was one of my favorite try moments from last year for basketball.
The one like they do in college, they dress up like in costumes, and it's like
Yeah.
it's
if
crazy.
we could get somebody dressed as like different costumes, that would be great.
All right. This question's been circulating around. Do you think Sequatchie should get purple turf?
Good question.
How awesome would that be?
That would be. We would be the Boise State of the Sequatchie
Pretty
Valley.
noise.
We'd be the Boise State of high school football.
Yeah, in the entire state.
It looked pretty nice.
It looked crazy awesome.
I think what you do is you do the same logo we have on the field right now,
Yeah,
except do it in all gold.
yeah.
Then have gold lines, gold numbers, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Purple and gold checkerboards in the end zone.
That would
Have
be
we,
insane.
Have we put this cost idea in yet?
I'm
does
just
this fit our
saying,
budget?
it doesn't fit our budget.
Or maybe the cost of a new gym for basketball. I mean, just gonna throw that in there.
I think you know what I would do if I was doing high school and if I redo it. I would put on the end of the gym closest to the don't take my milkshake. Closest to the parking lot, close to the football field.
Yeah.
I would extend that out and put a section for the tribe
Yeah,
right
like
there on the end.
bleachers under.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Would y'all still prefer to have them behind you, or would you actually prefer them to be on to have their own big section?
I wish that they had. I don't know. I like them how it is now, but it'd be awesome. Like
At
say you're going
CCS.
toward that end,
Yeah. At CCS, they got
but they don't even have.
a mini bleachers, but they're like behind the goal.
Even though they really don't.
It's
have
like
that
when
goal.
you got guys down low, gets in your head.
Yeah. And Grundy kind of does the same thing, except they're up higher. Like, I mean, their pet club like stands on the rail.
Yeah.
So
We don't discuss the nest. They're
Yeah,
a poor imitation of the
the-
tribe.
they are a poor imitation.
They're a
They don't
tooth-
even stand a chance.
They're a toothless version.
They're toothless.
Wow, Jake. Okay.
Well, I hope there's not any Grundy County people listening right now, because you might just offended them.
And all of Grundy County, maybe.
And we probably offended a bunch of people on this show today.
I don't care.
Just
We're ruthless.
like a tribe.
Just like the tribe.
Ruthless and toothless.
All right. Ruthless and toothless.
Wait, Jake and Stank might not have any teeth, but I got all 26 of mine.
Hey, I got all 10 of my teeth. What are you talking about?
I thought it was 28.
I did too.
It's 32.
I mean, 26 is close enough to 32.
Yeah.
I'll let your front 6 teeth.
Well, it's been a great day, ain't it, guys?
It's been great.
It's has.
Y'all had fun?
A lot of fun.
Y'all gonna come back?
Why, heck yeah. Of course.
All right. Yeah, y'all need to come back the next few weeks. We'll talk a little bit more basketball and how that's going to come about.
Sounds good, man.
All right. But for SpearNation Radio, this has been SpearNation Radio with Chandler Morris, my co-host,
Jake Tibbs.
signing off from Land's Restaurant in Dunlap, Tennessee, Southern Country Cooking, with Braden Lawson and Barrett Lawson. I know I just looked at y'all randomly. I just didn't know which one to say. But we're signing off. Go Indians, and God bless.